What's up, everybody? Welcome to Time's Up Outdoors podcast episode 12. This is our last episode of the 2019 season. We wrap up our year, we recap our deer hunting season, we announce some awesome news, and we talk about what's coming for 2020. We hope you enjoyed our first year of our podcast, and we look forward to sharing even more content with you next year. We hope you enjoy this episode. All right, so are we live now?
Yeah. Hold on, let me put this on the thing.
You want me to sit on your lap?
No, the treat
Okay.
is in your face.
Oh, it is. What are you doing?
Doing what we always do. I'm putting Miller Deer Tracking in there. You can go now.
Cool. So, this is episode what? 11?
Shit.
It's 11? Should be 12, but it's
This
11.
is actually episode.
It's 11.
Yeah.
We're doing 11. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure. One of them.
Look.
By the time you're at this point in the podcast, you've already heard the intro of actually what episode it is. So.
Is it 11?
Yeah. No, I don't know yet. Hold on.
I'm just going to roll it.
Roll with it.
I'm going to cough for sure.
No, it's not. It's 12.
Shit.
11 was chronic wasting with Eli Carter. How come we can never remember that?
Dude, I don't know. I can't believe we've already done 11 podcasts that nobody listens to.
There's 64 people on average download our podcast.
I like that.
I know. That's actually a lot more than I thought.
Because I don't download shit. I just listen
I
to
think
them.
it's actually up from there. And a ton of people listen to our podcast with John Eberhardt. Like
Yes.
a ton.
A lot.
And it just keeps getting bigger.
I was at I call it La Palabra because I can't remember the name of the Mexican restaurant, though, in Livonia. And this chick came up. I was wearing this hoodie. And she was like, hey, I know who she is, but I can't think of her name. But she was like, I just listened to your podcast with John Eberhardt on there.
Was it a girl?
Yeah, she was like, it was awesome.
That's weird.
She shoots big deer, apparently.
I mean, I guess it's not that weird. A lot of girls hunt, but...
Yeah, you sexist asshole.
I mean, I guess it's just like you wouldn't expect a girl to come up to you and to talk to us about something that we don't think anybody knows about.
It threw me off, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. That's cool,
But
though.
it was cool, yeah. If
Yeah,
I lean
that's-
back, am I still in the screen? I can't see it.
Yeah, you're in it. And if I lean forward, I'm
You're behind a tree.
Camouflage.
between two ferns.
We're Christmassy today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is the Christmas season.
'Tis the season.
So this is our 12th podcast episode of
If you
season
didn't-
1 of our podcast. We probably should make this our last podcast for the year.
For sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Christmas
just
podcast.
12 Christmas podcasts. This is our Christmas podcast.
12, that's like one a month.
Yeah, that's one a month, and we have to do 2 a month next year.
Sweet.
We have to do 2 a month.
Why?
Why
'Cause
did
that's what they want.
Why did
2 a
Scott
month.
try to set a saddle up in that Christmas tree?
Because I'm a saddle hunter. Everybody knows
Did
that.
he tell you that? This is Scott Ziegler. He's a saddle hunter.
I'm a saddle hunter,
And I'm proud.
and I'm proud of it. Hashtag tethered nation.
Well, let's get into the meat and potatoes.
Yeah. However, it's more like
So
a
this
stew.
podcast episode is actually about butterfly netting.
Oh, can we go with the backstory on this real quick? Because
Yeah.
by this, they already know. By the time they listen to this, they know the beans, right?
If they don't, we should just announce it right now.
What are the beans?
The beans.
The carbon beans.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's talk about it.
So-
We're going to be on Carbon TV.
Big news.
Bam!
Carbon TV.
Next.
So we've been throwing it out there that we got some big news coming up, and we haven't told you what it is, and some of you might have figured it out already through hashtags. If you really paid attention, it's kind of easy to figure that out.
You're
But
going to want it.
Right.
you gotta want it. So we'll be on Carbon TV starting January 1st. There'll be 6 episodes. You can binge watch them or not.
You probably should. Kind of like Steven Ranella style. Everybody
Or
binge
do
watch
what
the
Steven
media.
Arella tells you to do with his stuff, binge watch them, and then leave them running so that it looks like more people are watching.
Yeah,
That'd
I
be
think,
nice.
you know what, as a rule of thumb, if you're going to watch our shit on Carbon, watch it the one time, and then when you get up to leave, start it again.
Yeah.
Just walk away.
Good idea. And then,
Same with our podcast.
so Carbon TV, if you don't know what Carbon TV is It's like the #1 outdoor network for streaming devices. So
It's essentially Hulu for hunting.
yeah,
shit.
for hunting and fishing, and they have farm stuff on there. They have all kinds.
Yeah, podcasts all over and stuff, which our podcast would be on there.
Yeah. So you can. It's free. You put it on your Fire Stick or your Roku or your smart TV, whatever you got. You can put it on your phone. You can put it on your computer. You can put it on your tablet. All that, and you can watch all of our episodes. So if you noticed, we haven't posted any new videos on YouTube other than a couple reviews of products, which that's probably where those things will live.
We've essentially been holding footage from you guys
Yeah.
for the last couple of months.
We're going to keep posting some little clips. Like we just posted that deer recovery video
Yep.
in the fall. We'll have some little
There'll
stuff
be
like
stuff
that.
that'll come out on YouTube and our social media, but the bulk of our main episodes will all go to Carbon TV from here on out. And next year there'll be 13 episodes and
And 2 podcasts.
24 podcasts. So,
gonna
and
be a
some
lot
of
more.
those podcasts will be from like not sitting in a kitchen. They'll be like in the field.
In the field stuff.
Kind of
we
like
did
our
that
ice
one.
fishing, yeah.
If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
So that's our big news. Carbon TV is coming up. We'll
You can
start
find that
posting.
on Amazon.
Yeah, like the Fire Stick.
Roku.
Just do a search for Carbon TV. It comes
Yeah.
up.
So like you don't have to have one of the smart TVs or anything like that. You can get on your computer. You can get on all that kind of
Yep.
stuff. So.
Phone. You can
And
put it on
it's-
your phone. It's on my phone.
It's free,
It's
right?
free. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
free. It's
Yeah.
not like Hulu.
You,
where
you don't have to log in, but I suggest creating a login because there's a way to like rate shows or like thumbs up a show, I guess. And the more
Yeah, you can basically create your own little profile of what you're going to want to see.
what you like watching.
Yeah.
and then it'll give you updates when we upload new stuff and we drop new episodes. It'll give you updates as to, hey, look at Times Up Outdoors is cool.
So-
Go watch their stuff.
Ours, basically what we're going to do, because there's a couple different styles of videos on there. Ours are going to be roughly 12 minutes-ish.
Yeah, around that.
There's no real commercials.
pretty much under 12.
Yeah.
Be little bumpers from some of the companies that we're working with.
So that's we're trying to keep it. We say all the time, raw, real, honest,
yeah.
and that's going to be that. You're going to see bow fishing, turkeys,
Yep.
whitetails.
Carbon TV really fits our agenda
Yeah.
more so than network and all that stuff. And we've been saying this since the beginning.
And then give the proper shout out to Greenway for hooking us
Oh
up.
yeah, Greenway Outdoors. If you haven't seen their show, I don't know that they've been on the Pursuit channel, but that might be changing.
Well, they gave us an alley in to what
Yeah,
we're doing.
they
Thanks
have
to
an actual
We
cable.
wouldn't have done this without Greenway's push.
They have a cable TV show.
They've been on cable TV for a while.
4 seasons now. So if you like, Kyle Green is the host, and he saw an opportunity to help us out because he wished somebody would have helped him out when he first started navigating through the world of the outdoor media industry.
Which, by the way, is a shit show.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
So I actually, before he even contacted us, I sent stuff to Carbon TV and it fell on deaf ears. Nobody even looked. I'm sure nobody ever even looked at it.
Right.
Because they probably get stuff every single day.
Yeah.
So we did have an in. He helped us out big time. Just getting our stuff before the right people, and now we get this awesome opportunity. I mean, it's a really good opportunity for
Absolutely. Yep.
us.
Do we promote January's little shindig too with Greenway?
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
we're if you want to come hang out with us, I guess, and eat some awesome wild game, Greenway Outdoors is premiering their 4th season on January 3rd in Brighton.
At 242 Church.
Yeah, we'll
believe.
post. It's the links in our bio on Instagram, so just go on there and you can purchase tickets. There's a couple different packages you can buy that makes it cheaper. Single tickets are like $45, I think.
Yeah.
And
You
then
get some cool stuff out of that. I mean,
Yeah.
you get a wild game dinner with some really good food. We did it
We
last
went
year.
last year.
It's like a
elk,
red carpet event.
venison, boar, rabbit, pheasant,
It was like
gator.
alligator.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of stuff. And they get like a red carpet event. So you kind of get to show off a little bit, hang out. There's going to be some giveaways. We're going to have some big announcements there. You're going to watch the premiere episode of Greenway's new
Yep.
stuff. And you can come hang out with us and hang out with the Greenway guys and whoever else is going to be there.
There's going to be, I don't remember who he said, there's booths this year. Last year there wasn't booths. So we'll have a booth. We'll be doing a giveaway. They'll have, I think Carbon TV is going to be there with a booth. I think there's a handful of, I'm not sure. I don't remember what he said. He told me it was a
It's
while
going to be a
ago.
lot of fun.
So yeah, January 3rd, and the link's in our bio to purchase tickets. So if you want to come hang out, eat some good food, maybe win a couple prizes, we're announcing our Big Buck contest winner there, and again, huge thanks to Kyle Green and the rest of the guys at Greenway Outdoors, because they've really kind of taken us under their wing as far as like getting
Yeah.
through this stuff. I mean, without telling us how to run our show. They're helping us run like the backside of it.
Yep.
And also gonna help work with us with some of the stuff that we are doing wrong and doing right. Fixing things, making us a little bit of a better production from what they've learned over their years. Of doing this.
We're still going to do dumb stuff.
Yeah.
We're
Which the
still-
Greenway.
It's still going to be raw because we're still they know that we want to run it the way we're going to do it.
Their show's a little bit more like structured. It's very family oriented, which ours isn't. Like our show's fine. Kids can watch it. We're not like dropping the F-bomb. Our podcast is a little
PG-13
different.
probably.
Yeah, but the Greenway guys, they're a little bit more on the straight and narrow than we are, and they have a more of a solid structure to their show, and it's a really good show.
They do a lot of sweet stuff.
Yeah, they do a little conservation corner. They have like their.
Yeah.
It's their full-time job, so we're a little more fly by the seat of our pants because it's not.
Right.
It's not our
So
full-time
I mean,
job.
and it shows that theirs is a straight line, easy. It's a nice, clean cut production like it
Yeah,
should be.
they
It's
deserve
very
like
much professional, and we're very much
They're
not.
doing some cool stuff. They
They
did an
deserve to be on
axis.
television.
They did an axis deer hunt in Hawaii this year.
Yeah,
They did. Kyle sent me some footage from that, and it's stupid, dude. I was like, holy
yeah.
crap.
I'm excited to see all that stuff.
Yeah. So, that's what's going on.
You're still going to
And-
see our firehouse life despite people's best efforts to keep it from happening. We're still going to
Correct.
show that off, and you'll get to hang out with and follow along with us on social media and stuff. We're all dicking around. We're all dead tired from working the firehouse yesterday.
We had 2 fires.
You
You had
suck.
4 fires.
We had a false alarm,
Scott slept.
but the
Scott
engine
slept
kept
all
waking
day.
us up all night.
So did CPR on 3 people.
I did that too.
Did you guys really?
Yeah,
Yeah, so much happens.
car accidents. Yeah,
Truck life. Nothing happened for us. We just had that false alarm. That was it. We couldn't figure out what was causing it to be smoky.
that was weird.
Super weird.
Also, quick plug for last weekend in February, Outdoorama again.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Let's get that
Outdoorama. We'll be in the same spot.
Same exact spot.
I'm excited for that, man. That was
Dude,
the
it's
most
so much fun.
exhausting weekend, but it is a
So
good
much
time
fun.
to hang
Yeah,
out. And
it was so
I'm excited to see some people that were
Yeah.
probably there last year. That
Bullies.
weekend. We're gonna start the youth turkey hunt giveaway again.
Yep.
And I'd like to try to find some other avenues we can work with a couple more kids maybe.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing some turkey guiding this year, like actual guiding.
Yeah.
So that'll probably be there too. I'll probably advertise that a little bit.
Cool.
So you can, if you want to shoot a turkey and I don't know you, I'll charge you and take your money. And
Not
I'll
the
come
same
shoot a turkey.
professionals, but we shot what
27 birds on film.
28
And we'll
birds,
film
13
it too,
birds?
so you can
Yeah, we'll
have
film
that memory to show your
So
families.
we're going to figure all the logistics out for that. But that's
and you might just end up on Carbon TV.
oh,
You
like
might.
Sam DeLisi did last year, our youth turkey hunt winner.
Yeah, because he'll be on there.
He's going to be on there.
Sam and Anthony.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so if you want to know about the butterfly thing, we were making a.
Yeah. So the butterfly netting, dumbass number one was talking. We had a meeting and we pretty much laid out all of our episodes because we had to square away our agenda for the year. And so we're talking about doing walleye fishing through the ice, going to shoot a Rio, like all these different things that we want to do. And I put on there just as a smart ass, put butterfly netting. And
So
he
they
read
sent
that.
it to me to like read through it and make sure everything looked good, and I read it and I'm like, butterfly netting. It must be some weird thing that they do, and I don't know about it. So I never said anything. So it went like a month later, and we're looking at it again to make sure it's finalized, and he catches it, and he's like, dude, you left butterfly netting in there. I'm like, yeah. What is that? He's
So-
like, netting butterflies? I was like, oh.
I swear to you, that's going to be an episode. I
We're
guarantee
going to
We could
post
do it.
something on somewhere of us netting butterflies.
it. Sure, I guess. Per
Yeah.
the packet. Yeah.
I'm moving on to butterfly season because after so we had a really good 2018 hunting season.
Dude.
Waterfowl we crushed. We shot some cool. You shot a big ass buck.
Yeah,
I shot
man.
that buck. I mean, we laid out some cool footage. This year has sucked ass.
Oh, it's been terrible.
I mean,
It's been terrible.
It's the worst deer season I've had in years.
I had Sandra Bullock. I had Sandra Bullock on camera coming in regularly.
You passed a giant buck that you should have never
It wasn't
passed.
a giant. It was.
Is a good
Dude,
buck.
It was
It was-
borderline pass
That was not maybe from you.
with
but
Sandra
not
Bullock
me.
in the area. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw one shooter, one during bow season, and that was it. I saw a buck get shot at whatever, and he lived.
Yep.
That was opening day of bow season, and that was I had passed up a bunch of little bucks. One of which was a 10-point year and a half old that I would love to see. I saw him a few times. He's dead.
Oh
They
damn.
found him dead.
Oh, they found him dead? Like
somebody found
Not
him
not
dead.
the
Oh.
big one that was at.
A year and a half old
Like-
10-point at Animals.
Yeah, yeah. Not the big one that was running across
No, I have not heard of anybody killing that deer. So when it gets cold, I'm still pushing them. I'm got to shoot a couple does. I mean, we're still going. Autumn shot a deer. Hunter's girlfriend, she shot her first buck and her first doe.
Yeah, so we
One
do
with
have
a
an
bow.
episode, 2 episodes, deer hunting
Yeah,
episodes.
we've got some deer stuff. Hunter laid out a couple deer.
If you don't know that Hunter's, if you don't follow social media and you listen to our podcast, Hunter is now out of the academy.
Yeah,
he's now a trial firefighter, so he's working his way.
You get to hunt on the weekends?
Yeah, he's back to the 9. He's on the 9-day-a-month club.
Dude, yeah, me too. Same thing. I missed that really nice buck right in the beginning of the season.
Well, yeah, explain because we had a podcast for
I
that.
don't remember if I talked about
Well, let's
it.
talk
How'd you
about
miss that,
because
Scott?
everybody needs to hear it again because it's a good story.
Oh yeah, it's so funny.
It's on film, just in
It was
case.
like a
somebody
week or
needs to see it.
two after season opener. A week, maybe two weeks. So I went out there, got myself set up in a saddle and a tree, used my easy cut to cut a couple.
I can see the shadows from here, and it's driving me insane.
So, anyways, I'm in the tree and I'm sitting on a field edge, right maybe like 20 yards from this nice little thicket, and there's just rubs all around it. And it was like 40-mile-an-hour gusts of wind that night. And here comes this, I see a buck come out of the thicket at 20 yards. And he's still behind a bunch of thick stuff, but he's staring right at me. So I'm just sitting there dead still, waiting for him to look away. So he finally looks away. First of all, I pulled my bow back, and my shoulder pops out of socket. And you can see it in the footage. You can see me like pull back, and then it like jams forward, and it hurt so bad. But the adrenaline that I had for this buck, I mean, it was a nice 8-point. I had pictures of him. It's tough to see in the footage because he ended up walking off frame when I shot, but you can see how thick he is, and so anyways, it hurt so bad, but I had this adrenaline rush. I just yanked my shoulder back, and it like popped and then popped back when I pulled it back. So now I'm at full draw for, I don't know, it wasn't that long, but it was long.
It
Longer
felt
than
like eternity, probably.
Yeah. So he's like slowly moving, and he gets out of this thick stuff, and I got a clear shot broadside, so I let it fly. And I watched the arrow drop and hit the ground like 10 yards in front of him, so between us. So the deer was at 30 yards when I shot. It lands like at 20 yards, and so he just kind of like trots away. And I'm like, what the hell? I have no idea what happened. No, nothing. I can't figure out what just happened. I'm like, I know I had the right pin. I'm like, well, I don't know what's going on. So I didn't know until later on when I looked at the footage. You can see there's a tree branch right in front of me.
Like right where the Christmas tree is, which is
like
2
right
feet
here.
in
Like
front
it's
of
right
Scott's
in front
face.
of me. And the arrow, it looks kind of like when it came out of my bow, it like flexed and it hit that branch.
I don't
and
even think it was off your bow all the way yet.
I don't think so either.
Like, that's
I
how-
think it's that close.
It-
And
hit
it's
your wrist.
it's even funnier because it's not like a twig; it's a branch.
It's a branch.
man.
No,
like
yeah, that's
I have
the
no
fact that you
idea.
didn't see it is
I don't know
mind-boggling.
That's a
what
piece
in the
of
world was
You
going
just-
through
You just pull your easy cuts out.
and cut
Snip.
it. Maybe he'll come back.
Like the disappointment of,
Yeah.
damn, I'm dumb.
He didn't come back. So yeah, that happened, and then that was the last buck I had a shot at. Well, take that back. I had a bunch of bucks that I could have shot, little bucks. I watched shooters like almost every day that I was bow hunting.
Yeah.
They were all 400 yards into another. They cut the corn around me pretty early, and all I have is on my property is oats. And once they cut the corn, they never came into my oats again.
If it gets cold, I think your property's gonna be a magnet.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So I watched a bunch. I watched Lefty working does all day. One day for like 2 hours, I watched him pushing does around in a circle. Him and another buck, and they were both 600 yards away, and I could see their antlers with my naked eye, like just big bucks. And then
You found out Lefty has a son, right?
yeah, that was weird. I saw Lefty one night. I was sitting on the ground because it was raining out, so I just popped up a blind, and he came out, worked the scrape, and then went into the woods off my property, and then I didn't see him again. Well, later on that night, I get a picture on my cell cam of him, and I didn't notice it right away. The next day, I'm looking at it, and I noticed that he broke off his one
Left side.
spike. So then I was kind of bummed that I wasn't going to shoot him again this year. I'll wait till next year. I made a deal with the rest of the guys on the lease that we'd wait till next year. And then I get another picture like later on that day of lefty. And I just see it, and I look at it, I'm like, oh, it's lefty again. And then I look at it again, and I'm like, wait a second, this deer has a 5 on one side and a spike still. So I look back at the other one, I'm like, I almost was thinking something was wrong with the camera, but it wasn't.
I remember you sending them to us.
I have
We were all
multiple
confused.
pictures throughout the year of both of those deer. I never noticed it because they
Very
literally
strange.
have the exact same rack, but one's a year younger.
Definitely.
Like it's almost identical.
It's definitely so we did not when we saw Lefty, the initial thought was some sort of injury
Right.
Yeah.
caused that, and now it's hard to believe it's
100%.
not a genetic flaw.
Oh,
100%
no,
genetic.
I forgot. Yesterday, I was looking through pictures that I just never scanned through. There's another one that's a year and a half old. He's really small. He's got like almost a 3 on this side, but it's like really small, and then he's got a little tiny spike right here.
Dude, it's so weird.
So apparently, there's 3 of them.
That's a weird genetic. I've never
I
seen.
wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's not like a.
And I know everybody says you got to kill him. I still don't think killing
No,
them's going to
no,
do
no, no.
anything.
It's
You-
Why? It's still
There's
a
no way.
5-year-old deer.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
right. No, I'm gonna
And it's
kill.
a
I
cool
want to
deer.
kill Lefty for sure,
It's a
but I don't
cool-
want to kill the younger ones. I want to let them go.
And at some point, it's got to be not. It's not. That gene's gonna skip, and it's they're gonna get the mom
Yeah.
side or what.
Cutting them, killing them isn't.
You can't cull in the wild. I don't care what anybody
No.
says. It's too many variables.
Mm-mm.
The genetics are so widespread, man. Those bucks pound a pile of does every year.
Yeah.
Right,
And
and
they are passing on a ton of that.
And
and
genetic.
then that doe gives birth to 2 or 3, and then they could be 2 bucks. Those 2 bucks have that genetic. They go in the
You're
pound a
not
bunch of
That's what
does
I'm
the next
saying.
year.
You don't even know that
Not even close.
that your big buck, John Denver, doesn't have that gene in him. He might be a relative. He doesn't know.
Right.
John Denver, that's
his
another story.
Offspring might be a.
My number 1 shooter, he's a big 8-point, big white 8-point. John Denver. I had him on camera the night before a gun opener. In the morning, I saw him while I was going out to my stand, run across the field, chasing a doe, and I have pictures of him like within hours of me seeing him, and then I didn't see him all day. The last day of bow, I told my dad about it. He told me not to come to his. I go to my dad's house every year for opening day. I've always hunted at my dad's house for opening day
Of gun season.
of gun season. It's tradition. We do breakfast. Guys come over, and I'm not going to that. I don't care what. It doesn't matter. There
Tradition's
isn't an
important.
animal out there that's going to make me stop doing a tradition that I love like that. So he's like, just stay at your lease and hunt that buck. You could probably kill it tomorrow. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm good. It'll still be there when I get back. I'm going to come hunt in the morning, and then I'll come back here in the evening. Well, I'm hunting at my dad's, and my stepdad texts me, and he's like, yeah, big buck just walked down the edge of that cornfield over by the tree that you were sitting in the other day, which is probably where I would have ended up sitting because everybody that I leased land was there that day. So I was like, which way was he going? North. I'm like, he's never going to make it through the neighbor's woods. Well, he made it all the way through everybody. There's other hunters that he went past somehow. Got across the street, and this kid that leases land from the same property owner, he killed him. My brother sent me a picture of him
Good for him.
dead in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I'm happy for the kid. I was
Tough
super
goes.
bummed that I didn't get a shot at that deer, but
If we could run a long list of bad things that happened this year, like bad luck
Oh my
/
gosh,
dumb
dude.
decisions, just dumb.
Dumb decision.
Early in the year, I went to take a practice shot to make sure my bow was still good.
Oh, this is
my
stupid.
rest exploded,
yeah,
just blew up on me.
remember that.
Another day I went to go out. It was dark in the morning. I put my bow in my truck and I hear something. And I'm like, that's weird. I don't even know if I told you this. I'm like, that's weird. I grab it and I shake it and my whole sight wiggles. The whole thing.
That was the day you killed a woodchuck, right?
No, that was I was in my tree stand.
Yeah.
That was a different day. My rest blew up. A different day I was in. Okay, so my rest blew up. I went and got a new rest put on, brand new. Shot it, sighted it all in, good to go. Went hunting. The whole thing came loose because it never got tightened down all the way. So I was in my tree stand. I went to draw and I saw that it moved. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I climbed down. I shot a woodchuck anyway. Fixed that. This was like a month later now. Oh, it was just the other day in December. I went to go just see if I can shoot a doe. My whole sight comes loose in the
Oh,
morning.
you didn't tell me that.
So I sighted my bow in my headlights before I went hunting.
Oh my
So I was
god.
late, but I got out there still in time. Those things happen. I did shoot a turkey with my bow. What else? I know I had something else. I left some stuff behind.
Dude, I forgot something.
Camera broke.
I'm not.
Opening day of bow season, the guy shot a deer and then went trespassing right through my bedding area at like 6 o'clock.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
Fuck, prime
right
time.
through everything at prime time.
No exaggeration. I didn't go hunting one time without forgetting something that was important.
Our whole Instagram story was full of you just
Screwing
going
up.
back to.
I almost like there
forgot
was
my
times where I
fucking
thought
release.
like, stop posting this stuff. People are gonna think you're an idiot.
You are an idiot.
I drove all the way to my lease. I got to the exit. It's a 2-hour drive from home. I got Austin with me. We're gonna go hunt. 2 hours. Get to the exit and realize that my keys to my camper, which I leave in my truck, never take them out of my truck. I put them in a different coat that I always wear. When I left in the morning, I decided to wear a different coat and left my coat that the keys were in hanging on the chair in the kitchen. I was so mad. I was so mad. Amanda's on the phone. She's like, "You have got to calm down." Austin was just sitting there like, oh. So we drove all the way back to Amanda's a saint. She met me in Novi or Ann Arbor, somewhere. I don't know. She gave me the keys because you can't stay the night out there without them. So I didn't want to hunt and then have to
You
drive all
had
the way back.
camo and shit in there too, right?
Yeah, I did have stuff
All
in the
your-
camper that I
yeah.
needed.
Like a lot of your hunt shoes.
I dropped the GoPro one day at the truck, walked 1.5 miles. That was like opening day. It was 87 degrees out. I dropped the GoPro at my truck and I got all the way out there, got set up, can't find the GoPro, had to get down, walk all the way back to the truck, get the GoPro. I left the tripod at one point. I left the boot to the camera, to the tripod and got all the way out and had to go back and get the boot.
Your release?
My release, I lost my release.
You had to go buy one.
I had to literally go. I got all the way up to my stand, I got all the way up into my stand, set up in my saddle, realized my release is gone. Had to go all the way back, backtrack my steps. Oh, I found that release during gun season. It's
Nice.
right where I parked the truck.
Perfect.
Stuck
now
in
you
the
got a
mud.
backup.
So now I
You're
got two.
backup. Yeah.
It was a nightmare. I had a great time. I got to hunt a lot, but man, it was just I don't understand what was going on. It was like I had bad karma or something.
I was hunting, and they didn't cut my corn until late, which kind of sucked. But I mean, I was hunting in a pretty decent spot. And for whatever reason, when they plant corn in those fields, I don't see the numbers, and I don't see. Sandra Bullock was on
hard
the
to see
hoof
'em in the
a
corn.
bunch, and it was all turnips, and obviously. But this year, I just didn't see the numbers. And then when I did see, I was hunting Sandra Bullock all year, and I told myself for the first month of the season, I'm like, I'm killing this buck. I have to.
Yeah.
And I kind of discredited a lot of animals that came through. For instance, probably the worst part about filming your own hunts is that you can review footage and kick yourself in the face later.
Yep.
Because I made a very reasonable decision. I mean, I contemplated. I drew back on this thing. He came right out of the corner where I was expecting all of these deer to come out of. He walked out. I see him from the back. I mean, it looks good, like a nice big 8. I'm like, I'm going to let him go. I even drew back on him. I was waiting for him. He sat there, licked a branch, hit a scrape. And I just let my arrow go, and I just watched him, filmed him going back. I'm like, this is a nice buck, but I'm just going to wait. I go back home and look at the footage, and he was...
Yeah, he sent it to us, and we were both
so
like...
Even your wife said you should have shot it.
My wife even told me, that would have made a good European mount. Thanks. Kicking myself in the face.
Amanda always says that when I show her a picture of a buck. Oh, that one's pretty. That one would look really cool on the wall. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah, I think so too. That's why it's really making me mad that
That's
I can't.
why I'm pissed off.
It was a rough year, man. We got our asses kicked in Missouri. Got our asses kicked in Michigan. Waterfowl kicked our asses. We had a couple of decent waterfowl hunts, but not like last
I'm
year.
going to tell you my worst waterfowl hunt was it after the big snow?
Which
You
one?
know which one I'm talking
We had a
about.
really
Millpond.
good waterfall.
Oh, the Millpond hunt sucked.
That was
man.
the worst that I've ever had in my life.
We got a spot that we hunt every year when it gets cold. If you know who we are or know Byron, you know already what I'm talking about because we already said it. But
Did I give something away? That was
no, it's not a secret. People know we hunt there. But it gets ice locked, and the only way in is through private property, and we have access on the private property. Well, it was loaded with ducks and geese the day before.
which was about what? It was about 40, maybe 35 degrees that night.
That
before.
day, yeah.
The day before.
But the lake was frozen that the river runs into. So we said, all right, we got a group together. We pieced a group together. We went out there to hunt it. We had the cameras. We had the dogs. And that river never freezes, man. And the river froze.
because it got down to 6 degrees that night.
It still was surprised that it froze. But it froze, and the birds were gone. 90% of them were gone. There were some geese left. What did we see, like 8 ducks?
Maybe 8 ducks, and then the geese were they were live spread. They short landed us on another island. They were 400 yards away.
and it was so damn cold. John and I both were trying to get the decoys out. We had to break ice, and then we had to go get ducks. We
We had to
only
break
hunted
an
for like an
inch.
hour and a half before we realized it was a waste of time, and our decoys refroze.
Yeah.
Like the ice refroze already.
I had a brand new decoy that I just bought this year float away, and I said, nah. It's
We
gone.
just let-
you let it go.
We could have
I was
canoed
like,
to
I'm
it
not-
and
no.
got it, and it was like, no,
F that.
fuck that
I'm
decoy.
good.
I missed all the duck waterfowl hunts except for one, and every time you guys went out, I was like, I remember just thinking like, what's wrong with these guys? They can't seem to shoot anything.
Yeah,
was
that's right.
rough.
And then
It
you
was
go
rough.
out your first time, and it's
We had a blast.
Living
Living it out in an
Yeah, and I
hour.
missed
50
it.
minutes.
I didn't get to
And
go.
you
I
didn't get
did.
to go.
I was
That was
working
great.
on it.
I'm like, this is duck hunting. This is easy.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun, man. When you get those days. I think the split could be good.
Yeah, that's
Depends.
So
If it
yeah, it's
freezes,
been a
it'll be
tough
good.
season. I mean, but that's what that's Times Up Outdoors, dude. We can go to an outfitter, which you might see. I mean, like the bear hunt. You guys went to an outfitter because we're
Yep.
not bear hunters. We don't know what we're
No
doing
idea.
with bear hunting.
And we're also in Michigan,
And
so
yeah,
it's
so
very
it's not
limited.
like we can just go kill a
I've been
bear.
Putting in for bear tags.
So stuff like
Right.
that, yeah, we might go have an outfitter help us out with stuff. But like whitetail hunting,
Duck
I
hunting,
mean, we
turkey hunting,
just-
I will never pay for that.
you're either gonna see us kill something or you're gonna see us not kill something or you're gonna see us kill a doe or like it's real, but it's relatable because that's everybody's hunting
Right.
seasons
Working
like
class,
that.
Exactly. I mean, we have this big buck contest, and people are posting all of these pictures of monster bucks and trail cams. We've only got
2 over 140, I think.
two
Yeah.
over 1.4. So, and then on top of that, we've got like maybe 6 that are really nice.
Yeah,
deer.
maybe 6 over 140.
So how relatable would it be with it? Is every time we post something about deer hunting, we're killing a freaking
Yeah,
monster whitetail that
Nah.
people are gonna look at it and say,
We're not the
Yeah, I
guys that are
can't
going to
do that.
see on a lease in Iowa.
Michigan.
Yeah. I mean, I went into this year with pretty high expectations. My trail camera's good. I've
so did I, man.
been
Holy
really
crap.
fortunate. So I shot
We don't use trail cam.
when I went before I started killing. When I started shooting, when I was a kid, I killed everything, and then right around 2008, I stopped shooting those deer. I shot a buck in 08. I shot a buck in 10. In 2010, I didn't shoot another buck until like 2014, and then I shot deer in 16, 17, 18.
Mhm.
Good bucks. These two, I mean, they're not huge deer, but they're good Michigan deer. So I got spoiled. I went on a good streak. This year was just.
I went
the
9
opposite.
years. I shot a handful of small bucks when I was younger, and then I went 9 years without shooting a single buck. No, it was either 7 or 9. I can't remember the number, but it was 7 or 9. Whatever. I didn't shoot a buck. I just passed everything. And
I'm at 5 right now.
last year was the first year. That 6 point I shot early on. He was the first buck. Yeah, he was the first buck I've shot in either 7 or 9 years. And so and then I got lucky. I shot another one later on in the season, but I mean that might be. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
I
at.
didn't get one this year. I'm not disappointed, but I'm not like
Yeah, it is what
deer
it is.
hunting.
To me, it's 5 years. I'm doing it to myself though, because my standards are way higher than they were 5 years ago.
Yeah, I could still go shoot bucks.
Yeah,
mean,
I could have
passed
shot.
up.
I mean,
Yeah, I
shot
passed
a
a ton,
million.
too.
Passed up 100 inches. I mean,
I
like
passed
my
it
old
some.
man, he went. I want to say 5 years, and then he shot a 140 something,
Yeah,
and then he
144.
shot another buck that was right at Pope this year.
It is tough though because it really you get those as much as you love being in the woods and you love just going deer hunting, it becomes a grind somewhere in the season where it becomes to the point where I've had days where I didn't even want to go.
Yeah.
And I had to just stop for a minute and
Yeah.
take a week off and don't go because and I know that sounds I guess kind of selfish because some guys get 1 weekend to hunt. I guess we're all fortunate.
Yeah.
My wife lets me go as much as I pretty much want. I mean, there's stipulations to that, but it just when you're not shooting those bucks on those seasons, it prolongs your season, which is
Yeah.
good and bad because you get more time in the woods, which you like. But I was at the point the last weekend of gun season, we went out to my dad's and on Thanksgiving weekend, and Austin wanted to hunt, and I was like, "Go ahead." He's like, "You're not coming out?" I'm like, "Nope, I have no desire to." Right now, I'm going back next week, and I'm super excited to go back next week. But I needed a break. I needed to
I haven't been out in a
put my
week,
gun away.
and that's very unlike me. But I got burnt out. I burnt myself out in bow season. I hunted my ass off,
Yep, me too.
and I froze. It was the coldest bow
It was
season,
cold.
man. That
So
made it
cold.
so hard.
Holy crap!
I deal
snow.
good with cold, but
It was the windiest
man,
bow
I
season
got
I've ever
pissed.
had. I think.
it was cold.
Yeah, it was cold. It was a cold bow season.
It was 6 degrees.
And I was committed to that saddle. So I think I hunted out of the ground. I never once hunted out of the ground blind due to the weather or cold weather. I did it out of rain because I wanted to film and I didn't want to sit in the rain. But
sat in the
cold.
rain
The
a
cold
lot.
didn't keep me out of a tree. I sat in a tree.
You sat in the rain
So-
like all day one day.
Suck.
Yeah, so did I. That was that day that I remember I went off
Yeah.
about. We won't name what I went off about,
All right.
but I went off about it.
Yeah.
And I took a whole video of it, and someday maybe I'll show you what it is.
We did the extremes. I mean, John and I did 100 degrees.
Yep.
In Missouri, and it was almost that on the first couple days of bow
It
season
was
here.
87 where I
It was
at.
hot.
And then
I
all the
sweated
way
my
at the
butt
other
off.
end of that on, a month later.
Now it's December and it's like 50 degrees.
Right.
I know it sucks.
Yep.
And now I want it to be cold. Now I'm ready for
Everything's just wet. And
now
muddy.
that I can wear it's gun season and I can put on as many clothes
And
as I
can
want.
Freaking poke a deer at 2 something.
Yeah, and I don't care. I'll put a ground blind up and sit in a little heater and I don't give a shit now.
Right.
Yeah. You know what?
I have not
haven't
been
taken
out.
a heater out in years.
I bought a brand new heater for it
I
this
don't
year and I
know
took it
either.
duck hunting one time. Thank God.
Oh my lord.
Thank God we had that heater. I swear to God we would have had frostbite.
My hands hurt for 2
I'll be
hours.
honest. I'll be honest. Not to shameless plug, but that BE1 suit from Sound Like the Fortress is,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy one next year.
dude. I'm dead serious. I never even zipped it up because in the saddle.
Is it the waterproof one?
Yeah, I would no, that's the other one. I would take it out on my backpack because it's too hot to walk.
Yeah.
It's so warm. There was a day and there was snow on the ground. Me and Austin were walking out and I got literally halfway through the field and my brother was hunting on the field edge. We got out in the middle of the field and I stopped. I handed Austin my gun. I took my backpack off. He's like, "What are you doing?" I took my bibs off and all I had on was like the thermal underwear stuff, the base layers, and I just put my bibs on my backpack and I walked out in my underwear because I was so hot. And I had another long way to go.
And you wore those in duck hunting too, didn't you? It was real cold that
Yeah,
day.
because I
too.
don't have any duck hunting stuff.
Right.
Which I found out my dad's got like waders and stuff. He's
Oh,
like,
really?
you can
All the
use it.
Max 4 stuff.
Yeah,
Nice.
so I'm it's warm. I never even zipped it up. I would sit in my saddle. If you're in the saddle, it's tough. If you're in the saddle and you don't have it on when you put your saddle on, you get up
Yeah.
in the tree and then you want to put it on. That's the only thing I would complain about. But you can do it. It's just a pain. So I would just put it on and I would just like tuck it in like this and I just sit there and
Oh yeah.
it worked out fine.
I'm super excited to go do this to gun hunt because I got that new gun.
Right.
When are you going?
I have not been
Did
out
Bruce
with a
fix your
gun in my
trigger
hand.
or
Yeah.
your whatever was
When are you
going on?
going?
Bruce built me a 450 AR
Oh,
with an
did he?
Anderson lower, and then he put a new trigger on.
Well, we
it.
got to give away that
The thing
lower. I keep
breaks.
forgetting about that.
You don't
upper.
know?
That thing breaks at like 3.5
Maybe we
pounds.
should give that away at the.
3.5 pounds.
Bruce put the spring in backwards.
Yeah, I remember. That.
We should give away the
He knew
lower
it
at
as soon as
the.
he knew it
Yeah.
when you told him what was going on. He knew it.
Yeah.
We should give him the give away the lower at the dinner.
I think
Our
that's
last
what we're
prize?
doing, isn't it?
People can enter to win by following us on YouTube and Instagram.
Well, they entered the win by joining Big
By
Buck.
trying to big buck.
Oh yeah.
They already did.
Then we gotta get some more stuff to give away. At
We
the
have a ton of
Greenway
stuff to
Day.
give away still.
I know.
So much.
We got that cooler. We got like 4 heads right here. We got the easy cut stuff.
Yeah.
Push.
The whole thing. We got Bush. We give away a 30 off Bush.
I'm still waiting for my Shabine from East Coast Ball Hunters.
Shabine?
Sent them a big old package of beers from Michigan.
Jerks. Freaking
No,
jerks.
they're just busy.
Sure.
They sent us a message recently and they're like, we haven't forgot about you.
We still have to send out some things.
We're terrible. We can't even talk about it. We're terrible.
No, we're
We had to
so
send
bad.
out our stickers.
You're gonna
You
get
have
your
a-
stuff.
you're gonna get it.
Relax.
Yeah.
Sticker. There's a guy that hunts near me, Josh Allen. Shot a nice buck this year too. We owe you a Sandlock hat. We're terrible.
It's right there.
It's,
Yeah, it's right there. I'm looking at it right now. It's neat.
You'll get it.
You'll get it. It's warm.
I'm not gonna give it away to anybody else. It's nice. Real nice. You probably could have used it.
I promise you we'll get it to you. Maybe next week I'm coming out there to get my camper and hunt one last time for muzzleloader. I should just take it with me now and leave it in my truck.
What else we got going on? What are we foreseeing? I can't do the squirrel tournament this year.
That sucks.
You could. I mean, you could.
I might.
You should, because I really want to do it.
It's a lot of fun.
Dude, that's girl tournament. I don't know if I can miss it.
We're doing tonight. I'm getting on with Modern Assassin. He's got a new podcast. Kills it. We'll be on there,
Get your
or
fat
I'll be
chin
on
off
there.
the microphone, please.
It keeps
Oh
hitting
my
it.
god. What is that, Asmir?
I don't know what it means. And then we're gonna have him on our podcast in January because this will be our last podcast for the year. So
You don't know that he gave us a hookup on some
oh, dude,
camera
the
arms, dude.
Assassin's
We were
Reach.
using those muddy ones.
I was.
I had a Gorilla.
I was using a Gorilla from like Amazon.
Yeah, these new ones are sweet. I
They're
can't believe
nice.
we haven't talked about that yet.
Dude,
I broke mine.
What?
Yeah, right away broke it.
You broke your arm? your
Right
reach?
away. No, at no fault to the manufacturer. Completely mine.
How did you break it?
The little bubble level
Yeah.
on the
Oh, my bubble fell off.
on the arm. It did it?
Mhm.
Did you find it?
No.
I found mine.
It's gone.
How did you break
So
it?
it fell off. I figured because I had it stuffed into the side of my thing,
Yeah.
and I figured I bumped it on something and it knocked it off, but it stayed inside the pouch.
Oh, no.
So I just Gorilla glued it back on.
But you also understand that bubble level is. It's
Oh, yeah,
It's
no.
unnecessary because the head that you put on there is going to have a level on it.
Yeah, and I didn't really
I
use
never
it. I would use it to set the arm up, but I mean, it's not. I don't think it's like a faulty
No,
thing. It's just
no.
it fell off. But
It's
dude,
nice. It's
that
super
camera
smooth.
arm, it comes way out.
Yeah, it's long, and it comes. It goes from, I don't know the actual measurements, but
It's
it comes
this-
real
it's like
tight
this
to the
big.
tree, and it extends a long ways, and it's real smooth and easy to do. I
Yeah.
like it a lot.
I do too.
And the thing weighs like 2 pounds, the whole thing.
We have to get Dugan a deer still. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because the Gorilla that I was using was huge,
And it was heavier.
heavier. It
The-
didn't. It didn't. It
fucking
was only two.
squeaks.
It was only two arms. It squeaked. It didn't come out as far.
The bitch about those arms is that they're all one piece. And so when you for me it was a pain in the ass. Like you almost needed 3 hands to get the damn thing on the tree, but this you put the little knuckle on.
And there's so many. I put it on a tree branch that was going sideways because the strap that comes with it is
a little bit strap.
It's
not ready for Michigan trees.
it's not big enough for a bigger tree, but it's a boat strap. It's a really good
It's
strap.
a great design.
It's a really easy way to fix.
too
And
short.
if you get one, he'll even show you how to fix it. But I just took
I haven't done it his way. I didn't even look at it. I just made my own.
yeah. You
Basically
can
made a
just
slip
say
knot
you
on
just
it.
make an extension for
Yeah,
it
that's
if
all I
you're hunting bigger trees.
It took me 30 seconds to think, oh, gee, I just need a longer strap. And
Yeah, and
I used the strap.
I
That was
used
in my
the
bag.
strap that it
Yeah,
came
I had
with,
one in my bag.
but
too.
I just made an extension and.
Yeah, exactly.
But I before I had that out, I got into a tree that was too big for it, so I just put it on a branch that was going this way. I mean, it's super versatile. You can put it on a tree branches almost in any direction,
Yep.
and you can still turn
Yep.
what the arm goes into. And like he was saying, it extends way out, so you can almost set up. For me, it was hunt out of a saddle because I'm a saddle hunter. It was really easy. I could put it in
Number
front of me
6.
or offset one way or the other, and I could get it all the way around both sides of the tree.
Yeah, that's what I like.
And then I could still stick it way out, turn it around to do like a post shot for the one post shot that I had to do when I shot that doe.
And like a lot of my tree stands, I try to set up in cluster trees. I call them like multiple trees real
Yeah.
close together. So
Right.
there's always trunks in the way. So
well, it
it's
works
nice
out
to
for
be
you
able to
because
reach.
you
and
hunt
around.
backwards. You put
I try to hang
Yeah.
all my stands where the deer are coming from. I face away.
yeah.
So I stand and face my tree
He
most of
uses
the time.
tree.
That's why you need
uses
these
the
saddle,
tree as
dude.
cover.
I do know. I really that
You
saddle
really
would be really
do.
convenient.
You sound like a fucking
But-
vegan.
You need a saddle,
Yeah,
bro. You need a saddle.
But-
you need a
Have
saddle
you ever
hunter.
thought about how the damages of the earth?
Have you ever thought about saddle hunting?
No, never. once.
Well, we're gonna talk at the Outdoorama
I'm
about
scared.
it.
I'm scared to do it. It's scary.
It's not bad.
Nah. No, I'll probably end up buying one.
Outdoor alley.
The biggest
really
reason I'm
wish-
going to buy one is because of fucking Missouri.
Missouri.
I wanted one so bad in Missouri.
I was cussing you all the way there, and I'm like,
But, I'll
We
be
talked
honest.
about it.
Use the
I don't.
climber.
Yeah. The sticks that I bought are heavy, so I get why. Like Ernie from Tethered told me, he cut his in half and then made. I'm not.
I think
I'm
I would
not
buy
that-
the lightest sticks I can buy, and
Yeah.
I'd pay the money for it.
I'm not the kind of guy
Not
that
my
Ernie is,
sticks.
where I enter.
You gonna shoot it?
Man, just shoot it.
What?
Just shoot it.
You're
There's
gonna?
linemen's climbing.
Oh yeah, you can do that. I mean, if you get spurs, those
I'm gonna
work.
wear
too.
baseball cleats, the metal spikes.
I watched this video the other day of these
That's what you
people in like Caribbean or something. They were climbing palm trees, and they just with their hands, and they had this thing that went across their feet. It was like a strap, and they just like whoop, all the way up,
Yeah.
throw the coconuts down.
Sweet.
Yeah, they're better than us.
Yeah, I used Hawk Helium sticks this year, and they were fine. It's just one more thing you have to carry, and when
Yeah.
you're carrying camera gear, your bow, all
3
that.
miles into the woods. on a
And I have
150-degree day.
I have a long at my lease. I have at least a mile and a half to good spots.
Yeah.
Or the spots that I like to sit in. But I did prep a couple trees with some pegs. I just put some grade A bolts in. That was nice.
I
to-
think I would do a lot of that for like my main lands.
Yeah.
out here.
it was nice
Yeah.
to go to those and not carry anything.
Yeah, I would have a lot of that.
And you can wear your saddle out or not.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter.
That's good. I took Dugan out. Like, if you follow Times Up for the last couple of years, he's 13 now, I think. I've taken him since he was 11. He's got no hunting in his family basically, but he did all the hunter safety stuff. And I took him, got him his first deer. He got a muzzleloader doe a couple years ago. Then he got a crossbow spike last year. And now I got him using a vertical bow this year. We only have to hunt one day. The kid plays more hockey and lacrosse than anybody I've ever heard of in my life.
It's like all year long.
But he's damn good at it, so I'm rooting for
all
him.
year long.
But so he took a day off. We came out. We hunted in the morning. We had a buck come running by us. We didn't get a shot. And then in the evening, we had does all around us. He was going to shoot basically in with that. It's compound, first compound kill. You got to kill whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then I grunted a spike in, and I could hear him shaking. Like I could through his breath. His knees, dude. His knees when he was trying to sit, you just see the bounce. I mean, he had buck fever bad.
Wow.
Just the does first, and then he had it again. This buck took a long time to come in, and he came in right at like 12 yards. Dugan did it perfect. He drew at the right time. He bleeded to stop him. He did everything right, and he sent it right over his back.
Oh man,
it was super cool, man.
And it's gotta be humbling though, because I mean it's
and he said it too. He used the crossbow last year, and it was almost like
right like a.
I'm gonna be honest. Crossbows are too easy.
It's an arrow gun.
So
Brandon Carter.
Expect more from me. But then again, Brandon Carter, like that buck he shot this year with a compound, probably might not happen.
Right.
So
Yeah, right.
as much as I'm going to make fun of everybody for using a crossbow because it makes you limp-wristed, I get it.
There's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
crossbow hunters. Don't get mad. Calm down.
You
We
can
know
get
you're
mad. If
we
you're
know you're
sensitive,
sensitive.
you probably are because
know you're sensitive.
But it's all fun. Very soft. But yeah, so
I have to be careful because my dad hunts with a crossbow, and he might tell me I can't hunt his
Your
property.
dad's also 100, so that's probably.
So he, if he had a crossbow, he would have killed that buck for sure. But I think the adrenaline dump that he got from using a compound was way more.
Way more.
I mean, way more than
And
he
that's
had
what keeps you
before.
going
Dude,
back.
look what I did. I shot a branch that was clearly in my way.
So I almost
He'll
don't
come
even
out.
mind like not gun hunting, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna put a muzzleloader in his hand this year just because he's probably gonna have one more day to hunt, and he'll kill whatever steps in front of him with it and have some vengeance.
Do you have that much? You've got the no muzzleloader here?
in this county? Yeah,
Bring
You
him
can
out to
use
my
the
lease the
450.
days that I go with Austin.
Good.
Oh, wait. I don't
I'll
know.
give you a
I'm
450.
even bringing Austin
I'll
out
give
there.
you.
He's got
He could
school.
shoot that 450 all day.
Austin has freaking driver's training, like all of his break.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So pick up a fish now.
So maybe we'll see next year.
Other than that, waterfowl sucked. Deer hunting sucks.
Hopefully, ice fishing doesn't suck. Maybe because hunting season was good last year and ice fishing sucked. And this year,
Be
it's-
opposite.
be vice
Go
versa.
back to my spot. Huh? Anybody?
No,
Huh?
I'm going to my spot. It's
We're
fine.
trying to find new spots this year for ice fishing.
Who's got ice fishing
Go to
spots?
my-
Yeah, we got good ice fishing
Anybody?
spots. I want to get on Lake St. Clair.
Let's go.
I don't know why we don't.
I don't know either.
I want to go to the bay.
Because you guys don't want to drive.
We'll
all
go to the
miles.
bay. We got
Did
snowmobiles now.
Did your dad buy the
We do?
snowmobile? Did he buy
What?
both of them?
I do believe he has another one now.
Who do you buy snowmobiles from?
He
Danny.
bought one last year and then he bought another one this year.
He bought one off of Danny. And Danny's trying to sell me the other one.
Yeah, it was that deal. He
Yeah.
did buy it.
Dude,
Did he buy both of them or just the one?
He bought-
I'm
we
not
already
going
had
out
one,
there
we bought
when the ice is breaking.
Shit, I should.
It's always
Oh,
breaking.
man, I
That's
should
why we
call-
ride snowmobiles.
I've got a lot of cash in my truck right now. I should go buy a snowmobile.
Don't do that. Your wife will kill you.
Yeah, you just put that out there. You could have just said you didn't have any cash in your truck.
I don't have any cash in my truck, but I want to buy a snowmobile.
Somebody gave it to you as a gift. All right, I'm done.
We'll just edit that
I
out.
feel like shit. I'm tired.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
I want to
too.
go take a nap.
All right, so
Greenway.
Nappy.
Thanks,
man.
guys. And
Greenway dinner, link in bio. Buy a ticket,
Yeah.
come eat some food, hang out with us. It's a fun time. We had a great time
Why
last
are we
year.
all leaning into the camera?
I don't know.
right now?
check
It's
out
weird.
Carbon TV.
Carbon TV.
Go
Just
like
go
their
download
stuff.
it now.
Yeah, do it right now. What do you
And then still follow our YouTube because we're
Who
going
else
to put out funny stuff or product reviews. I do product reviews. You'll see my face.
It's cute. I
Maybe
like the
these
blind
guys
video.
will do
Did
it one day.
Easy Cut. If you don't follow them, they're sweet.
Yeah.
Go check them out.
We're going to have a code soon for you guys to save some money on Easy Cut. So pay attention to that. We'll let you know what that is.
It's Christmas time. Go buy some Duke Cannon because I still like those guys.
Yeah, Duke Cannon. If you want to buy Duke
talk
Cannon,
about
let
it.
us know. We'll give you a link. Save you some money on Duke Cannon as well.
If you shoot a deer and you can't find it, call Miller Deer Tracking House.
I wish you could put more links in your Instagram bio.
Just pay attention to the
Drink
end.
Say
Busch Light.
link in bio.
Drink Busch Light.
Bang energy drinks.
Bang! That bang is what's keeping me alive right now.
Mhm.
That's basically it, huh?
Yeah.
Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas. We're not gonna see you
and
before it.
Happy New Year.
It doesn't have to be that happy. You can be sad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sad.
New Year's resolution: kill bigger things.
More things, bigger things. I'm kidding.
Find better ice fishing spots.
And that's a wrap. I have to piss.
Now we got to make a little video for announcement. How do we do that?